Shall we get into it? Welcome back to my channel. I am Pisces Moon Pie. Today we're playing post DAWNTRAIL Final Fantasy XIV. We are starting patch 7.1. Okay, where was I? Scholar 65. We got a ways to go to get to 100 on Scholar, but I really want to keep learning it because I feel a lot less stressed playing Scholar than I do Astro. I feel like the proactive and the shield aspect of it feels more like midding as a tank. So like, I feel like Warrior and Scholar, which lore-wise also makes a lot of sense because the Scholar quests are closely tied to the Gladiators. Sage confuses me. Like, I picked it up, but the names weird me out. So it's gonna take some getting used to. Also, like, you start with, this is the thing that bothers me about the newer classes, is you start at level, like 10 levels under what the expansion start point is. So you have a full hotbar and you have to figure out what everything does, and I find it overwhelming. Very, very overwhelming. Like, what do you mean phlegma? Druacol? You crazy? Like, what am I supposed? Zoe? I don't know what these mean. None of these words are in the Bible. I don't know what to do with this. The job quests do act as a tutorial. I did the first one and it took me forever to do because on controller I couldn't heal the damn NPC. That's what I'm saying. Phlegma balls. Oh, the Moogle shoes? The Moogle shoes are, do you get them at level 6, like rank 6, I think, with the Moogle Society quest, which that to unlock was hell. I'm almost maxed out, almost. And I think I get a dance from it. Hello. Hi. Oh. It gives a lot of experience for crafting. From 50 to 60, I mostly leveled my crafters from 50 to 60 doing just that. But the shoes are worth it. Unlocking that whole quest line though, ooh. What do we want to do? Red Mage, Dragoon, Warrior. Let's just stick with Warrior, I guess, for now. Look at, I'm pretty. Showing up dressed as a highlighter. Wait, that's you? Hi! I'm always like, if your name doesn't match, and like I have people's names turned off, I'm always like, that's somebody, that's just a cool person. Hello. Yay! A royal invitation. Ah, it's a pleasure as always, Pisces. Have you been able to relax lately? Wonderful. As busy as you've been with the rite of succession, among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliolal at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at Yuweyawata is one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Burkavu, will look after you. It's like, hey, if you have not done your role quests, they're over there. I actually started picking them up and I'm already like, oh, these are gonna be good. Streaking! Thank you for the 10 stream streak. Crafting on the moon is really fun. I find it fun anyway. You know what? We'll just walk. It's right there. Hi, Yoshi P. I guess I could start unlocking the extremes. Well, if it isn't Pisces, alone today, are you? Brown rice? Ooh, brown basmati rice? I think basmati rice is really good. I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. We finally get our tacos? Do I actually get to eat them this time? Or is somebody gonna come step on them? If the cool Jaja steps on the tacos again, I'm going to be very upset. Ooh, the avocado? Ooh. Get in my mouth. You still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5, you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? Real. They look like they're crispy, like the crunchy corn though. But that might just be animation limitations. I'm gonna pretend that they are the soft corn tortillas. Alligator pears? Yoshi Peas Island. They look like street tacos. They look good. No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Right. Sorry. It's still strange for me, too. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yasalani. And now you're a grown man with a face full of hair. Could you freaking imagine? Let's take a second for the... What the hell? Like, okay, like my 9-year-old goes off with mom for a little trip and comes back 30 years older. That's devastating. Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses wrapped in a crispy tortilla. The cool Jaja's not forgiven. Yeah, he needs to take me on a date, a taco date night. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family, and you can always rely on me. Oh. Relying. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now, on you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Oh. Back in Alexandria, we had Electrope. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here I'm helpless, a culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me, gods, I've never felt so embarrassed. Oh my god, what if we all just like lost our tech overnight? I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life really is different within the dome. My wife and children. I was thinking I'd have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... You became a grandpa overnight? I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tuliolal. Vauclamat! To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. Maybe it sounds corny, but a support group is exactly what they need. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you, Pisces. You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to eat myself. I know, most of us would be screwed without tech. Wuklamat, my beloved. My bestie. My baby sister. From another mister. An AU... Someone wrote where Alphana went on the train with Namika. The tacos here never disappoint. So what have you been up to lately? I have not been doing this at all. I don't think I've ridden the alpaca at all. I've been catching up on sleep. They go in, he's an adult, and Alice is distraught. That's terrifying. That makes my heart. Given everything we've been through, I don't blame you. But once you've had your fill, I'm sure you'll be itching to get back into the thick of things. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way, I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Kona to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Kona and I have something we want to discuss with you as dawn servants. Do you have the time to come to the palace? Right? If your twin brother is suddenly the same age as your father? Ooh. Great, I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you've finished here. Dinner is interrupted once again. Okay, tell me if this sounds crazy. So, like, one of the things I like to do is, I can't do it anymore because there's not an IKEA near me, but go into, like, IKEA and pretend that the displays are my house. And if people walk by, oh, hi, welcome, make yourself at home. And I think it'd be fun to, like, just, you know, like, walk around pretending to be a server there. Isn't that the entire point of RP stuff? You just gonna be an NPC for the day? Or take the NPC's job? I did know there's... As soon as I heard about that YouTube channel, I'm like, oh, these are my people. Welcome, new friends. How is everybody? Randall Park was in it? I think so. It's fun. And like the Portland IKEA was always really busy. So I get a lot of weird looks. Sometimes people would play along, but usually not. You can make a ton of money in RP venues as a blackjack dealer or waitress or something. I know. So Mr. Moonpie is big in like the venue, like club scene, and he's talked to a lot of those people. It could be fun. I'm just saying. Mistress Pisces, it's always an honor. Valkona has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. I guess we're entering. The rice is good. Good. The brown rice has a lot of fiber too, so... The rice, toss some veggies in there. I'm gonna be hungry and I just had breakfast. Are we for real? Are we serious? Right out the gate. Oh, let me fix it. Why is it saying there's two? I probably broke something. I probably forgot to reset it last time. It's okay. I can just go to the counter and take away one. That way we have an accurate count. This is important. Accuracy is necessary. Oh, you're all here too. DAWNTRAIL is egregious for having machinations during voice cutscenes. Valkona summoned us. Though, if truth be told, Alphino and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. I can read. Smile during bomb sequences. I don't think smile itself was bad, but I think the tone of that moment was a little strange. Such machinations! This was not my intention. He asked us to share our knowledge of Hannish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were, of course, happy to oblige him. We need a cryo emote. I do want to update my emotes. I want to keep them rotating. Yeah. The first time we hear it is not the time we should be hearing it. That's the problem. So it feels a little jarring. So I will say there are criticisms of DAWNTRAIL that I think like people are totally valid for. Wooklamot existing is not one of them. But yeah, that was kind of, it wasn't like expansion ruining, but it was really like, are we doing this right now? Yogurt song. Activia, get your fiber. Kryle and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. I can only imagine how that felt for Mr. Moonpie. He said something, he kind of spoiled, but you know, this isn't that big of a deal. He said he was doing post DAWNTRAIL and all I did was ask how things were going. He was pissed. What's wrong? I don't want to play trains when I have to do that at work. I have to repair train track. This is my literal job. I hate it here. I felt so bad for him. I just left though. Like, valid, but okay. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. They're back on their honeymoon. A personal train counter. I feel really bad for him sometimes. He's trolling meanwhile. Yeah, he needs a button to push. That way, like the Machinations counter or the death counter, he needs a button to push. Omega train. I think he finished Omega. Endwalker dungeon train. I love that train. DAWNTRAIL train. I know there's a trial coming up that's a train. A trolley is just a prototype train. There's a whole lot of train. So much train. Choo-choo. And most Final Fantasy games have a train. Don't they? Maybe that's why he doesn't like 8. Or 7. Hunt trains. Yshtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in your keeping at some point. I actually wonder if the key is not made by Azam, but made by someone, and that Azam's symbol showed up because it recognized my soul. So if another shard, let's say a shard of Emmett Selk, just because he's coming to mind, but like any of them, then it would have his symbol, the Gemini. Don't answer that. True Final Fantasy VII has a train scene. Yeah, intro's train scene and the train graveyard scene. And the train graveyard area in Remake is like super duper creepy. And you're there way longer and I hated it. If the look she had in her eyes is any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. As for Stinian, we know neither where he is nor what he is doing. Some things never change. Damn it! Okay! You should. I really liked Remake. Oh no! Stuck with Yshtola. How awful. Please, no. My apologies for the delay. He's hot. The amount of hot people in DAWNTRAIL absolutely make me look over any any minor weaknesses the story has. 11 hours into 7 remake? You just got to the Walmart. You're exploring. You should explore. I really, really liked it. It did not deserve the hate it got. Hi! You're happy to see me on the Evercold hype train? I am this week, next week, hopefully I can get all the way caught up with story, but I'm yapping a lot, so I don't know. But, you know, sometime, and then we're going to focus on raids, but I really need to be done with story so I can truly be on the Evercold hype train. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. They're good. He did the little... Accurate. Because glasses wearers know. You're pushing up your glasses all the time. The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sveen. King Gul'jan and his administration... Oh, King Gul'jan, baby! His administration have invited us to attend. King baby. I'm sorry. I saw a lot of videos of Conan Wuklamot cosplays. That makes me happy. I don't think DAWNTRAIL was nearly as hated as people make it out to be. Baby King, do 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 do, baby King. Well, certain issues remain unresolved between our nations. This is serious and somber, and we're just like fucking around. Such as the treatment of Yasalani, I see no reason not to attend. It's a show of goodwill. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen thus be honored. Yeah. A lot of haters are just really loud. Hatred's always louder than acceptance and enjoyment. Look at this nerd Kono with his glasses. You refer to him as King Baby? He truly is the baby of all time. I had to go, because I was like highlighting my VODs so I could export them to YouTube. So I had to watch and, you know, like get thumbnails and stuff. I watched that part where he just like cries over his dad again. I just started losing it. I have to put myself through lots of suffering as a content creator, just, you know? Okay. Focus. Focus. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Yeah, it doesn't deserve this kind of hate. Like the hate that you don't have to like things. It can be something you don't vibe with, but a lot of the hate it gets, it's like, that's like, are we serious? That's not even a real criticism because you overlooked that in every other expansion. Be real. Arcadian's been considered one of the best normal raid series. Ooh, I'm really excited for that. The way he said, why does it matter? Though Sveen was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Should I go? I mean, I killed her. That's a little awkward. Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together and express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go, not only to be there for Gul'jan, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sveen as well, after all. That would be inappropriate. I feel, this is what I think. I want to answer this because I killed her. That's kind of awkward for me to be there. I'm going to get told that I'm wrong, though. It's going to make me go. I can feel it. Because of your role in her demise, I take it, but we had no choice. We had to stop her from killing countless innocents. I won't force you to attend the funeral if it makes you feel uncomfortable, but while I represent Tuliyola in an official capacity, I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything. As a guard? I won't force you to go. The game is forcing me to go. Can't we go fishing instead? Not. I feel the rest of us should go too, regardless of the reason. The fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was to her people and to others, so let us stand with you. Luna made it for me. And it's beautiful, and I actually get to wear it instead of glamming it over anything. Although I was already wearing it on Dark Knight, because that's been 100 for a while. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 to look for Gulja in the back room. In the back rooms. It's pretty. Like, just on its own, it's pretty. It dies well, too. Creepy. Crossroads. Spooky. Though I too would ideally attend the funeral. Given the circumstances, I think it's best that Lamati represents us. Besides, I need to be on hand to oversee the city's repair, which is taking longer than expected. When the work is complete, we will finally look into installing new thrones. But to have Father's throne here still, it makes me feel he's close by. I'm quite happy for it to remain for a while. That's a big seat to fill. Okay, we are going to Solution 9. Boop. I have to go, but Kona doesn't. I'm dumb. Why can't the nerd go? Oh, this one would probably be better. 9-9. To Brooklyn 99. Here we go. Is it in this one? This place confuses me. Is this a raid? Is this the raid? Something stray in the neighborhood? It's something. That's for another day. Side dungeon. Oh, cool. You heading to the back room? Yes. Baby! Unlock it so I don't wait until Evercoal. Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shayla's always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. That is a cool reference. I love how much Final Fantasy IX is in here. I love it. I think they did that really well. You hate the side dungeon for personal reasons? Give me a chance, Shale. I miss your dead girlfriend too. Studious as always, I see. By way of a treat, I brought you gâteau au chocolat. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you. Thank you, Namati. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here, according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? Little Shot gives me cuteness aggression. You played 9 after beating DAWNTRAIL? Yeah, more people should play the other games, in my opinion. I think that a lot of 14 players, they only play 14, and a lot of the broader Final Fantasy series players, they stay far the hell away from 11 and 14 because they don't want to have anything to do with an MMO. And I'm like, y'all are missing out. 10-2 related expansion win. I don't think, yeah, they didn't want to be subtle here, did they? Hi, it's me, that Final Fantasy player that's only played 14. It's okay. I feel like I'm in the minority having played many other Final Fantasies. I do need to catch up. I'm working on 13 right now. I still need to play Rebirth. I need to finish 12. I think that's about it. I played like a lot of the NES ones on emulator a very long time ago, like when you couldn't get them in the United States. So me doing less than legal stuff was kind of the only way to play them. I was a teenager. Don't be mad at me for things that I did when I was a child. Oh, I need to finish 16 too. You're right. None of these fantasies have ever been final. I try to point them out if I know, usually because I'm so 16 found dying in a ditch. I did start a little. I didn't even get halfway through. Eventually we'll come back to it. You started playing it because of the Monster Hunter event? Yes, Ben Starr. Ben Starr needs to come to this game. I heard he started playing it, which also makes me think that he's in it. I think he's in 8.0. Is he that male Ara dude? You've only ever played 6, 7, and 14. 6 is good. He has to be in Evercold. I've been saying this for months. He's in Evercold. I can feel it in my bones. The flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of headed over there now. Oh, I didn't do the baby voice. He plays a hot daddy in a Final Fantasy game, which I wish I had a nickel for every time that happens. And Expedition 33 is basically just French Final Fantasy. Yep. Same, Rialto. I can't help it. I'm ADHD, y'all. Nobody chat anymore. I gotta get through story. I'm just kidding. Gen Alpha Final Fantasy fans be like, 6, 7. Xeno Shard. Banned. What if Ben Stars is Xeno Shard? I will. We riot if that happens. No. Okay, there's a man I would like you to speak with, Gossen. He apparently was Fiend's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I rebuke it. I also rebuke that. No Xeno. Yoshi P walking away saying, I hate Xenos. Picture that. That is me. I never felt anything so deep in my soul that resonated so much as when he just had his head down and said, I hate Xenos. Same. Where am I going? Okay. I like 13. It's weird starting though. Like you don't get your full combat right away, so it feels like you're auto attacking, but once you unlock like paradigm shift, then it starts to feel a lot better. Picture it. JP FanFest, we get the final version of the Evercold cinematic. The Aura guy in the trailer is immediately killed by Xenos from the top rope. I hate this. I am also a Xenos hater. I understand those who thirst for Xenos because he is the dark romance trope gold mine that he is, but I don't vibe with that kind of thing. So like, I understand, but from a distance. I don't hate on people who are the Xenos lovers, but I am not one of you. I accept you, but I am not one of you. I am a hater. I understand Xenos and his role in the game, but I still don't like him. I know more Xenos. He's caked up. I get it. I like him for praising us during a fight, but I'm not a Xenos fan. When he was like talking about how crossing the universe to find us, when he shows up for the final day, it's like, please don't be using such language around me. You're valid, but I don't like it. Exactly. Xenos coming back shirtless doing push-ups. No. I understand Xenos' role in Stormblood. Agreed. I don't know why he came back. I don't understand. Also, like, him getting memories of the final day has bothered me because I felt like that went nowhere, but that might come up again. And unfortunately, we might get Xenos shards, which also makes me want to run away screaming. He has a monster model versus a human model. Oh. Oh. Me when my Zanussi is back. Zanussi? Why, I'm Val Clement of Tuliolol. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen's Fiend's funeral. Mods, seize that person. It's just gonna be me laughing the rest of the stream over the audacity of that. I can't even be mad either. We are honored. Truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but had never had the pleasure. I am Gossip, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state. I know, right? They're planning a funeral. We're talking about Sanusi. That was a Final Fantasy's ass. Can we get our flowers here? Right. Welcome. What a time to join. So it's not always like this, but it's like this often enough. Usually we're not talking about I will do that. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. I love you all. Look, we all thirsty. You see, I know. We need to hydrate. Holy crap. Thirsty bitches. Look, I see chat. Why? Oh my god! Oh, thank you for the raid. We're talking about Zunusi. More people to we're behaving. Chad, don't be weird. You're gonna embarrass me. Yeah, you're gonna be thrown in baby jail in a only mode. Talking about Zunusi. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Pisces. I play Final Fantasy XIV. I pretty much only stream this. I finished DAWNTRAIL. We're working on 7.1 right now. And yes, we are all normal people in this raid and not questionable at all. Unfortunately, this actually is quite normal for us. There was a Xenos themed birthday party at FanFest. People are very normal. I hope I'm making a good impression. We're just playing for the vibes. Yeah, I don't play. I'm just here for the vibes. Rotation, what? I play an off tank. What are we talking about? I bring off tank energy to the party. I saw the wedding on Shitter. That's how that's pronounced, right? Shitter? I want to see pictures. Somebody send me pictures. Thank you. Of course. Thank you. I haven't been on Twitter since Elon Musk took it over. Like, I deleted all my presence on there. You do need to take credit. That way we can point at you and ring the bell of shame, Alder. You started this crap. Yes, absolutely. Okay, if you're not in the Discord, come hang out. We have lots of fun things, fun channels. I do want to see your cosplays. That place is a dumpster fire of hate. Yes. So there's like a selfies and IRL. Please. I definitely would love to see cosplay. Absolutely. Oh, we got pre-rolls on. So probably in a little bit, we'll have to take a little break and, you know, refill waters. Do you think the butt slider will work on Bakul Jaw? I hope so. Anastinian, let's be real, he's not muscular enough. In his shirtless scene, I was kind of surprised at how skinny he was. That's how he's serving us talk. He's serving something. Okay, yes, Your Majesty, the flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. Ellisman slacking in the booty department for sure. I love the 180. The 180 with Bakul Jaja, incredible. Setting the tray on his back. Like, y'all. We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they're not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, the people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such, tokens were black. It was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able. I see. Yet, regulator or no, the important thing is that we remember Queen Sveen. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. You people! I know, a redemption arc? We love it. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Like, oh, I don't have him where I can. Oh, he's up there. Vegeta. I love Vegeta for that reason. The redemption arc. Hot. Okay, the proceedings will begin soon in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. Okay, we'll grab our flower and then we'll get ready to take our seat and then we'll take a quick break. Today is going great. Oh, I guess not. We're going right into cutscene. It's Xenos' fault. Okay, hang on. We'll do. I can't pause it either. Yeah.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands.
Oh.
Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we must. We will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed.
This is good because this is also going to start them back on this tradition. Everybody's kind of here for this. And I think this will be good.
And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
I miss us all.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
That's not how that works at all.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Yuweyawata. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I mean, that's a child. That's a pretty normal
I'm sorry.
child
I didn't mean to impose.
way to think about
Please, mourn your
loss.
queen however you see fit. As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead?
Oh, baby.
I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
Okay. Yeah, they're emotionally stunted, so they can't handle grief at all. The kids are just, you know, kids would say that either way. That was a good funeral sequence. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. You're fine, baby. You are fine. We love you. Like, psychologically, like, they... Oh, this entire thing... Ooh. Ooh, there's implications. Hey, Kalusha, do you really know nothing at all about your mother? Shale searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were me and my father. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. I still think he's a clone. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Maybe we should look again. They haven't known what death is for hundreds of years, so they don't know how to mourn or grieve at all. Maybe. It's hard to explain. I'm not sad, but I feel like I'm missing something. So even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know my mother. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Like, they didn't want any of the people to feel pain or sorrow, but like the whole breadth of human experience includes all the emotions, all the good, all the bad. So, like, we as people, like, we need to experience all of it. I'll help you. I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others, too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. He thinks. All right, thank you, everyone. Like, we might learn more about my father, too. I hadn't thought of that. I think he's about 10 or 11. Or the equivalent of. Assuming neither memories nor records of Galulja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Pisces, if you can make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Where's the crystal? Crystal. I think there's one in here. Wasn't there one in here? Okay. It should have put me next to one. I don't like to walk. Five to 8. I could see. He also does. He could be somebody who has had to mature. We know that's the case. He's had to mature really quickly. Good evening to you. Anything I can help you with? Napikwe? Yes, I know her well. She's something of a hero around these parts. Our guardian angel. She just arrived when the trimmer stuck, on the trail of some beast or other. Can't remember the details now, but I do remember that when the ground started shaking. Oh, this is something else. braved the bolts to drive back the beast. I don't know what this is for. Where is she now, I wonder? Last I'd heard, she'd returned to the... Oh, this must be something else entirely. No, she's still with us. She has to be. I wouldn't remember if she hasn't. What? Gather information in the outskirts. Right? That was blue, wasn't it? I just saw a quest thingy and I touched. For DAWNTRAIL hunts. Yeah, I think so. I do remember picking up that one and never finishing. You're looking for a Mamulja woman? Oh, Galulja's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Zoralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Taral Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoralja assembled a party of warriors and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. I hate these ones because I feel like they hide them and I can never find them. Like, just tell me where to go. Some of us need yellow paint. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mamulja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoralja. You might have better luck talking to the people over in Tanawatan settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Yuweyawata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaniloka. Okay. Busting in people's houses like we're Link. Give me some pots to break. Where are you? Hello? It's gonna be in a building, I know it, which bothers me. I'm just gonna complain. Hello? Ah! Maybe not. I can't bust into people's houses? Dang it. I was worried that Zanussi would be what? Zanussi was gonna distract us, but no! I'm gonna spend all my time looking for this damn NPC. Oh, is that why I couldn't see you from above? Rude. Sometimes if you're a Lala, I love the buildings that only a Lala can enter. Hi, Mike, how are you? I'm a Mulja woman. Their people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuliolal after their mission, but if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped here with the rest of us. Now we gotta go back to the back room. To the back rooms! You deserve that. The little furniture? No, you need to go here. Because I did go in there. I was fantasiaed briefly into Alala, and I explored in there, and it was very cute. And Lala players deserve a little stuff. I also want them to add another short race. The cats that they showed. The cute kitties. Is that so much to ask? Glulja has told me all. We previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we may draw. Listen, I understand, but I also fervently ask for Blitzball, and I know I'm never gonna get it. The cats be huge like the Fall Guys. So Zaralja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Yasalani, among whom was a female Amulja. His mission was to rid the region of a withdrawal, and I believe it's safe to say that that was the crisis the Yuweyawata he resolved. Oh, in that place. I have a harder time with just English. It's not the Tuliolan words that are bothering me. It's that I just can't talk. They look to be a bit taller than a Lalafell. I saw somebody do like a fan art of their Makote hugging one, and it was huge. Like big chonk cat. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Yuweyawata. People lived until nearly a decade ago, and Zaralja made regular visits. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he's not a clone. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see, but what could Zaralja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zaralja's steps, Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep per the king's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the king's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that's all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there were classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if you look into transportation records... Up to no good, making at least one child. We know he was at least getting busy. There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation. I just can't speak. But large deliveries were being made to Yuweyawata, far too large for a mere village. Bless you. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. Streaking! Thank you for the 7 streams, Mike! This is amazing! Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all of this out! Look at me. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal a little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before, and those who come after. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating the secret facility in Yuweyawata then. And this time, I want you to come along, Galulja. Sup? Yuweyawata is on the other side of the lake. To go there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the Drift Downs. All right, thank you, Shale. Make your way to the Drift Downs when you're ready. Calusa will have a hover cargo ready for you. Dungeon. You know, we'll save a little, some pennies. We'll be good. We'll go outside and then we'll fly over there. The girl sleeps tonight. Okay. Dungeon. Fun dungeon? Good dungeon? I did not watch the rest of the keynote. I got highlights, and I was kind of looking at Nova Crystallis on Blue Sky for kind of the abridged version, because I was really, really afraid of spoilers. And you know, because it was so early. So like, I'm a fan. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it'll be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, all right? All right, be careful, everyone. Dungeon! Oh, this dungeon has a nickname? Am I tanking? Do we trust me to tank? I'm joking. I think I do fine. I'm joking. What's the worst that can happen? We wipe. You're fine. Although it is nice to go in as red mage sometimes, because then it's like having a little bit of an insurance policy in case things go horribly wrong. But it's a dungeon, so we have access to Phoenix Town, so it's fine. Yuweyawata time! Oh, we like this one. You came back just in time? This is a good one? Okay, cool. I can kind of get an idea about how chat reacts to things. If it's gonna be fun or chaotic or a night. Or a nightmare. Or sometimes you're just excited because you know I'm gonna suffer. So there's that too. I think it's overall been... He's with us? Do we have to protect him the whole time? Baby? Baby? Why are you here? This is not safe for you, baby. Oh my gosh, what happens if... Is he gonna follow us? Father must have come here for a reason. I know, right? I'm deeply concerned for baby safety. This deeply stresses me out. Oh my god. Baby don't belong in the dungeon with us. Yeah, stay back there, sweetie. Stay away from the danger. I kind of like it sometimes when they have things baby gated, so you can't do crazy big pulls, because sometimes people are doing crazy big pulls when they shouldn't be. That's just my opinion. I think sometimes people need to slow the fuck down. Just enjoy the game! Alan Wake, I have not played that. I've heard good things though. Mr. Moonpie said no more games until I beat Rebirth. Pisces is gonna love this about the Estinian dropkick thing. Ruin the pacing of the dungeon so they just hit harder. I did enjoy that very deeply. Very much so, thank you. Gore. I'm gonna say standing in front of him is probably a bad idea. Big axe! Oh shit. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're in it. Oh shit, I don't remember what that means. Oh! Okay. Oh god! You facing this way is making me nervous. Oh my god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Okay, this is definitely, alright. Oh my. Okay, we gotta kill these guys? Yeah, I'm assuming? That tends to be what you do with ads. Jeez. Did we get them all? Holy shit. This is also like it's hard to see. So the stuff where it's like everything is okay, we want to be far away because that's gonna give us a big ass AoE. Or he's dead. At least we're learning it. That wasn't too difficult, but thank you, Trent. How's the traveling going? Things been going well. It's supposed to be an RPG! What role am I playing? The fucking victim? Research notes. Also, I feel like it's important to read these on stream because I feel like a lot of people maybe miss them. While His Majesty Zeralja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there's no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man. So he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. I'm glad you rely on me. Thank you. It is very Resident Evil, isn't it? Shaking a drink for us. He doesn't have any dialogue. I don't. Oh! I almost. Oh, you know what? We're gonna bring them in here so I can read the notes. Yes, you would be an adorable duck, I think. Either that or a very bad healer. Donald Duck ass healer. It was teased in a live letter? What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, it's very Resident Evil. Oh God. Okay, I want to look in there too. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, I dare say, welcomed. Too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. Yes, be our Dorito, baby. The fuck? Oh my God. I feel like we're in Hojo's laboratory. Cause that's what this shit right here. So when Hojo was making the soldiers, oh God! I'm sorry. When Hojo was making soldiers, they did that by experimenting. So all the monsters that exist are because of Hojo's experimentations by infusing people with Mako and Genova cells. Genova being a hostile, parasitic alien. So, like, picture Cloud in one of these. They're even in pods like this. You find them in the Nibelheim reactor. So immediately, like, this is Final Fantasy VII right here. The game quickly reminded me of I forgot I was in a dungeon. I have work to do. What do you mean? You see it, right? I'm not crazy, am I? I'm trying not to see things that are, like, because I want to see them. Because, like, I'm trying to just go, ooh, there's, oh! Rotten researcher? Oh my God! This is Resident Evil. Doesn't this big dude chase you? I saw somebody modded him in Resident Evil, not this, to be like Thomas the Tank Engine or Shrek. I love that. Listen, you guys are getting in the way of my lore discovery, and I don't appreciate that. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with beings of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Terral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Oh my god. Are we gonna find frickin' Genova? A callback, an Easter egg? Who knows? I certainly don't. All I have are my best guesses. Okay, feel free to die anytime. Okay, there was a room over here. God. Yes, hydrate everybody. My mouth is just like, my jaw is dropped open, so I definitely need to hydrate. The trauma's never over. It's Final Fantasy. And the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls. What if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul? Once still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. What the? That's disgusting. Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. We're only at the second boss! What horrors await? You know what? Oh, I did the wrong one. Tank Buster where? Hey, what the? What the hell? Ah! What the fuck? Did it get me? It didn't get me. I'm surprised it didn't. Oh god. Wait, I hear, oh god. Is it not on me? I did not get one? Interesting. Pow! I like that skill. The big axe. Hell, oh shit. Oh shit. Sorry everyone, I'm really bad at this one. I tried. Oh my god! Ah! Oh, God! Okay. Yeah, okay. Ah! Okay, we're up. Oh my God, what the helly? Good, okay, cool. I didn't know if that was gonna be raid wide. I was a little concerned there for a second. Like, shit! Welcome, new friends! Oh my God, what do we do? Ah! Die! Easy. I didn't see anyone die. Did you all see anyone die? No one died. That dizzy mechanic I hate so much. I always mess it up on Fall Guys. I amazingly did well, but I was fully expecting to die. Luna said, I was gonna go in as Black Mage, but remembered this boss. Real and valid. Cause, oof. Sun-dried tomato mozzarella pesto panini. Get in my mouth. Oh my gosh. That sounds delicious. Ugh. Ow. Ow. I'm so freaking excited for the... Oops. Evolved hotbar. Camera, please. Thanks. My life is going to be so much easier. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? As a controller player, like, I'm hyped. Also, hello, the whole parry mechanic, I'm very, very excited about. Oh God, oh God. I say panicking as if, like, I don't have a whole kit for healing myself. God! Yeah, latency might make that a little challenging, but you know, I'm still hyped. Oh God. Especially if you're going to, like, if we're taking a field trip to Materia. The parry's 4 seconds long. I hope it'll give a little forgiveness. It's Banicula. Did any of you read that book when you were a kid? Rock. I hate when it does that. When the cutscene triggers and you're like 10 miles behind everyone else. It just leaves you back in the middle of nowhere. And then everyone runs ahead to the boss in the raid, and the cutscene person's just like, well, fuck me, I guess. Favorite boss? This is like evil Val. Monster, good luck. All right, YOLO. I think I have fairly good enough instincts to handle most things at this point. Most. We won't say all. I don't. Oh, okay. Okay. What the heck? It's like Diglets came out of the ground. Oh, how, okay. I imagine don't stand, what the hell? What the fuck? Okay, how close can I? Well, it would certainly be nice if you weren't in the way of the markers. That's kind of rude, don't you think? Crater carve? Oh, I don't like where this is going at all. What the hell? What is this? Did he throw up on me? Oh my gosh. Run away. No! Fuck this dungeon! No, fuck you. No. You dying. I don't, you're dying, ho. Oh, shit. Fuck, I'm not close enough to you. Oh, no. Ah! Please live. Please don't interrupt me. Okay. Oh, we're gonna be okay. That is like super unforgiving because like, oh my god. If you hit the wrong thing or, oh my god. Please die. Please just die. Please die. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got him. I got him. Die ho. No, no, die! I'm not doing this anymore! You die now! Die! Okay. Uh-uh! Uh-uh! Oh my god! I have never been so stressed. Someone clip that shit. Okay, I'm putting a tab marker there. I might have to highlight it. Oh my god. Whee. That was the day one experience. Oh my god, what the fuck? I know every time you went to revive, and then one time I think you may have been like slightly too close to the edge or something, and I just saw you go down the hole, and I'm like, oh shit! I killed Tataru's carbuncle. Ew. Phoenix Downs didn't work outside deep dungeons yet on day one. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that update. That was so unforgiving. Genuinely, I'm shocked that I lived. Thank you for being here. How much time do we got left on our stuff? So we might be okay. We have 49 seconds till it turns pre-rolls back on. So I'm actually gonna take a quick break. After that was a lot. Holy crap! So everybody, stretch, hydrate, grab a snack, bio break, all the self-care. Yes, safe travels, Tren. Thank you. Have a good meeting with your boss. That boss certainly was something else. Trolling healers while trying to cheese the proximity bomb. Oh no. Your friend cried after healing that because we wiped 13 times. I can see it. That was certainly a thing. Ooh. See.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
Yeah, because he's a
From
turd.
what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
Disgusting.
The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
Isn't that the guy we fought? I think so.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teishalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Lands Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. And what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours.
Thanks, I hate it.
That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Are you all right?
Implications. She wants a baby and doesn't want to be forced to have a...
Could she be my mother?
Two-head.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamolja lived in Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubico women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next, then.
Ew. I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamuljal women here, for a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. Yikes on trikes and spikes. I think the Chuds say this game is too easy because they cheat. They're all just disgusting. When I visited Tuliyola and Salsam, I was able to finally picture her in my mind, and one day I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. I mean, I don't know that they do cheat, but I think a lot of them cheat. That's my opinion. She needs better taste in men. This game is too easy. My counterpart is, perhaps you've been playing the game for 4 million years. Like, if you were here to watch that, like, Heaven's Word, where I was fighting Nidhogg, you can see how much, like, I've improved at the game, because I've been playing it for over 2 years. And I played it in such a way that I wasn't just racing through MSQ. I was doing all the side content as well. Well, most of the side content. Okay, yeah. So I grew my skills. Difficulty is also heavily dictated by item level compared to duty minimum eye level. That's true. I do be liking minimum eye level, no echo. I like things to be challenging. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. Also, like, if people want to do like solo duties on easy, or if they don't want to do difficult content, who cares? That doesn't take away from anyone else's enjoyment. If that's what they want to do, if they struggle with more difficult content and don't want to do that, that's fine. Who cares? It literally doesn't affect anyone. It doesn't hurt anyone who is enjoying the savages and the ultimates and whatever. To think that people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoraljah so absolute? Ugh. Yuck. Can we go in there yet? I want to peek around. I wonder what Beklug would make of this research into transferring souls. Beklug mention! It won't open, and I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. Persona Q Hospital. A lift can be seen behind the wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. A security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open it. The researchers likely moved between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. Yay, Explorer mode. Oh, they have the same color scheme. It makes me angry to think about what they did here. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, But they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it. So strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater. Must eat. You find nothing that resembles a verification key. Perhaps you should search elsewhere. I think this is still important to read these because it's going to give us extra information. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergency. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Yeah, read them. Like when I read all the books in the Charlene library, and then I posted about that smut book, some people were like, I looked up which book it was and just went straight to that. I didn't even read any of them. You missed out. There was good shit in there. You found the key? Great, I'll call the others. Yay! I'm glad you found me. Welcome. I think we have a lot, not a lot. I think, oh, it seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. I didn't see what it said. You found the key. Great, I'll call, okay, we're fine. We have some content creators who are very loud in the community with their kind of like negativity, and it's kind of a bummer. But you know what? I think we all should just take up some space and try to drown out their voices a little bit. Yes, join the Discord. We're cool in there. That one guy showed his ass. I know, right? One name comes to mind. I don't want to accidentally summon him, but is this a good point for a segue? So someone I was friends with showed me like one of his videos and talked about him all the time, and I watched like one short and then a different short of that creator in cosplay, and they were both benign, so I was like, oh cool, I guess. But then he started showing up on my YouTube Shorts feed, and I was like, nah, this dude is like spewing red pill dog whistles. Like, no. Also, I'm not friends with that person anymore. I'm glad I don't know who this is. I didn't know much about him and then slowly learned. Yeah, that's about it. Because I sort of sequestered myself from the Final Fantasy content creators for spoiler avoidance, and then I started to learn. So this is the observatory. Oops, I'm in the wrong. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valigamanda. If we're talking about cue ball, yeah. Why do you even play this game if you clearly hate it? I don't know how people can be a Final Fantasy fan and be a red pill chud, because they are in direct odds with each other, but it happens so often, and not just in the 14 space, but the broader Final Fantasy fandom. And it's like, these games aren't even subtle with their politics. Kate Sith should be pronounced Ketchi, but I don't care how anyone else wants to pronounce it. Wuklamon is based, also my loud opinion. This sign can't stop me, I can't read. Illiteracy is how it happens. I know, you're right. Yes, you shared a brain cell there. And Frosty, yes. However, the voice actor in Rebirth pronounced it Kate Sith. And I know that Kachi is an actual entity of legend. Found the cutscene skippers, to be honest. He skips and watches them back eventually. Imagine that. That's weird. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The Gaelic names as the failed localization areas that caught up with them. 100%. Media literacy is abysmally low. And I try to like also do some discussion and analysis of the stories. And that's kind of like how I do my predictions. It's part of it. So like, I'm not just pulling predictions out of my ass, you know? And hopefully if, you know, we discuss and then maybe somebody can learn something by being here, that'd be cool. That would be great. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Also, I really love the library. I'm going to share more books in the Discord. There's some really good ones I've read recently. Square Enix basically said they want to pronounce Kate Sith, and I begrudgingly respect that. But I'm also half Irish, so I have to pronounce it Ketshi by my own You're valid. You're valid 100%. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Galulja's mother. Right in front of the guy, baby. We just want to pet him. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tashilja. It brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tashilja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? President Baby on the pooter. I think the Kate Sith thing might be a holdover from nobody in the US knowing how to pronounce that in 1997. Kind of like Titus. Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Nope. Titus. It is Titus. I spell it that way when I name him, when I play. Titus. They pronounce that absolutely wrong. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. I struggle anyway. Then let us take it with us to the back room. I've been told how to pronounce it and then I immediately forget. I don't hear it enough. I still say Titus. Do they say his name in Advent Children? It's been a while. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. All right, I'll transfer to the storage device I brought. Gaelic is hard. If any language is hard, if that's not the language you had the advantage of learning as a child when your brain was primed to learning language. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Learned your brother was a real weirdo. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents, but first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Did you know that the pronunciation data versus data is more common now? Because that's just how Patrick Stewart decided to pronounce the character Data's name in Star Trek, like when he was first reading it. So that's what they stuck with in the show. And then culturally, it just caught on. Coils had voice cutscenes. I wish more had voice cutscenes. I wish they'd re-record A Realm Reborn. Welcome back. Galusha has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Either mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we could do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I've finished my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. I want them to add they, them pronouns for the Warrior of Light. Colin Ryan was in an episode of Doctor Who? We'd lose the cheesy Gaius memes, but it'd make the story more engaging. LSA isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolal. My brother is doing all he can to see that Jacques Tural Railroad restored to operation. Here we go! So that people may come and go more freely. He was an NPC in that episode. I would also be sad about it. I'd have mixed feelings about it. Not many would have to be changed, I don't think. Because they don't really do it a lot. Not in the voiced. I don't think it would be that huge of a deal. They'd probably just have to add a little bit here and there. Unfortunately, the tracks only go so far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. While Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaloni Station, then. I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. All right, we're going. This is what Mr. Moonpie was complaining about. His favorite thing. Coming home from working on real railroad tracks and getting on the computer and working on fake railroad tracks. Love that for him. In here. Bing. The voice swap is jarring. And I think that sometimes it's like immersion breaking and makes it, how do I put this? Like, it's not very engaging because the voice actors for Minfilia, the voice actor for Alphino, and they're not bad voice actors. It's just the direction was non-existent. Like, it's so bad. It's so corny. Add they, them pronouns and more Orshafant level thirsting from NPCs. Yes. Now all of Eorzea knows you're queer. Vow of resolve and Pisces moon pie to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. Yeah, it's hard to take the story seriously. It's just like goofy. What? Am I an Alamiga pugilist because Ida only won from me? Shh. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Morcona! Ah, scratch thee on his way. That deserves at least a slow clap. That was a great pun to come into. Welcome. Some of you missed earlier. I don't know if I want to repeat that because I'll get in the giggles. Oh, Arabelle. Did our fussy little Boom Boom finally outgrow his old clothes? I didn't see him. I wasn't looking. Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a cleaner. I've chosen a different path. It was time for a change. Looking good. You hear about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. He's ripped! Speaking of which... the story slog or fetch quest. We should have a full ass. They changed VAs during an earlier VA union strike. We should have a whole discussion someday about A Realm Reborn. I have many, many thoughts. Yes, that's what that was earlier. Monty has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem: how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mawatsoan. I feel this lighting's really awful too, but like he's got... That is the Ronique. Yeah, I don't... Maybe if it was a different shade of green. I don't think it's kind of washing them out. Though the Hetzaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetzo being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised is to quieten the railroad. I've devised to quiet the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronique will need to be deterred from wandering off the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't there rail routes plotted to avoid their Ronique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mawatsoan for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetzaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. Look it, we're gonna go do diplomacy. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Watto. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetzaro encampment if you like. If they died it the opposite way, yeah, I think so. It's like... It's just, it doesn't go with his, it doesn't really go with his skin tone. Whoever made that design choice, I would like a word, please. The very popular V-neck sweater vest that a lot of dudes wear with no shirts underneath. There's also like something that the game does. I don't think the sun's not out, so I don't think it'll be as obvious, but sometimes like, okay, see how like he's like shiny in a way that makes him look like he's made of plastic? He looks like a Ken doll. And it's not just him, it's all of them. Ben Starr. Thou resolve, thou reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mewa-Zoan? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the DAWNTRAIL Railroad. You too have noted the Ronik's unexpected change of behavior then. My son Shepeto has been looking into this matter. Shepeto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronik to keep to their favored grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pyarionen and Tatanane. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetzara would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzara descent. My parents traveled with the Ronik as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I'm forced to assume. A chance encounter with a kind peddling merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tuliola's market, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when the Mati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and I wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I've never heard of the Ronik choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzara willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Never trust a Phase 3 Makote? Even if it might help you better understand the Ronik's current behavior. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetzara way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Yeah, Kono, give Kona some focus. Please teach me of the Ronik and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Graha Blast. Will you learn of Hetzara culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am, doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronik, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. Ooh, Taco Bell sounds good. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. We have reached the fetch quest portion of MSQ. Chan Lead, hello, welcome. I know Taco Bell sounds so good. It's almost lunchtime. We're gonna wrap things up soon. I'm hungry. Graha's original concept design was a green color scheme? Really? I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what we do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Thank you! Yeah, I'm way... What part in MSQ are you at? Let's meet back here to share what we've learned. Okay, we're probably fine. They noted this during the DAWNTRAIL announcement. People who I can help. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. You're an Endwalker? For years? Come back to us! Also, if you need anybody to play with, we're on Primal Lamia. We have a pretty active and awesome Discord, which kind of is like the extended FC. My kitty runs up to me every time I get home. That's cute. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Runic hide they're made of is durable enough. We generally needn't worry. The extended FCU. Yeah, like basically. We're cross DC. Some of us are cross region. You're learning about the Hetzara way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I've arrived at them myself. Our Hetzo provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and sustain our fires. What is it? Is it dung again? It sounds like there's a story there, but that's the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for runic chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there's a need, our Hetzo always provide. That's funny. I like the callback to that. I loved Stormblood. She runs up to you and looks back like you're a slow turtle. That's funny. This part shouldn't be too spoily since we're just kind of doing like helper stuff. I'm afraid I've finished with my tasks for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Runic are our Hetzo, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits in two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetzara must also part with half our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it's seen us to visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. I wonder if that's what happened. Interesting. As you stroke the Ronic's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle like as not. Ah, Geppetto sent a Runic brush with you, did he? How like him. Now just run it through one little patch at a time gently. Pet the Runic! You dutifully brush the Runic until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done! With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. The little babies. The babies. I know, they're cute. The baby Ronics. You smell of the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, and with the brawn of a Runic to boot. I have to wonder how Valkona is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. He's a nerd. He likes to learn. Ah, there he is now. Little face! Did you see his ears to the little joy thing? Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Runic and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither. Exactly. And my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? The Runic are treasured members of this community as important as family. Family. Thank you. A milkshake also sounds good. It's just lunchtime, so I'm like, Indeed, the Runic provide for the Hetzaro, and in turn the Hetzaro are good to the Runic. Just as families should be. Thank you. Some of y'all are thirsty and need to hydrate more than me. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive how a decision might be right does not mean that it's wrong. My parents had a duty to the Runic, as they did to me. And so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Give me money. It's like, here, take raid food. No. Do you know how much random food I have? Okay, y'all, I think we're gonna call it there. It's the DAWNTRAIL theme. What? When I get food, I just get food of what I think Zahir would like or eat. I love like these tiny details that the game has. Like, it feels alive. This is why the Azim Steppe was also just a wonderful place. It felt very alive and vibrant. Okay, now, before I get sidetracked by something else, I could keep yapping forever and just never eat. I need a new dance. The steppe needs a refresh, probably. think there's a little bit that should maybe be a little shorter. A yappy stream. Add more horses and people. I think that part where you're just swimming around forever gathering herbs, that you shouldn't have to gather as many herbs because it takes forever and they're really far apart. But yes, more horses and people. Just horses wandering around. Don't we have pony mounts? I'm glad you were here. Oh, a plain old horse. Just a regular horse. We don't? Huh. Fair, though. Why didn't we get one with this? They're locked behind PvP. The horse and the Crystarium salute emote. Okay, Val shared the YouTube and the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you should totally come hang out. We're very awesome. We have, what do we have? We have the Warrior, I didn't mention it. I forgot. So the Warrior of Light lore channel is popping right now. And we are going to be adding weekly questions.